Guyana's government breathed a sigh of relief after a referendum was held to backfire Venezuela's claim to nearly two-thirds of the tiny South American country's territory. Nicolas Maduro had hoped to leverage his country's century-old claim over disputed Essequibo region to mobilize support from his people. But polling stations across the country were largely quiet on Sunday as most voters steered clear of issue. Turnout appeared to be so low that the Venezuelan government was accused by analysts of skewing the results. The Venezuelan people sent a very strong message to Maduro. And I hope Maduro took heed of what they said, Guyanese Foreign Minister Robert Priso said Monday. Guyanese officials did not comment directly on results, but sources close to government told Guardian they were relieved by surprisingly low turnout. Since gaining independence from Spain in 1811, Venezuela has claimed rights over the oil-rich Essequibo region and claimed that its borders were unfairly drawn as a result of an international secret agreement. The dispute is being reviewed by International Court of Justice. But Maduro has been calling for weeks on TikTok and national television for the Venezuelan people to support government to take matters into its own hands. Among 5 questions posed Sunday were Venezuela ignore international arbitrators in The Hague, whether it would grant Venezuelan citizenship to English-speaking residents of Essequibo and it turn 160,000 square kilometer region into a new Venezuelan state. Both Guyana and Venezuela have stepped up military activity on their borders in recent weeks as tensions between the contending countries have reached unprecedented levels. Brazil also sent troops to forest border at the weekend as fears grew that vote could lead to military action. However, according to national and international media reports, voting stations across the country were largely empty. I have seen no independent report of queues anywhere in the country. It looked like a normal Sunday in Caracas, says Phil Gunson, an analyst at the International Crisis Group. It was a huge failure for Maduro. Still, Maduro hailed the vote as a victory, with 95% of those voting yes on the government's 5 questions. Addressing his supporters in Caracas on Sunday evening, Maduro said, "It has been a complete success for our country and our democracy," and praised the very significant level of participation. The Venezuelan government said more than 10.5 million people voted in the referendum. That's a higher figure than the votes cast to re-elect Maduro's more popular predecessor, Hugo Chavez. In 2012, Venezuela's election authority said it extended the voting period on Sunday evening due to massive turnout. But the government's figures were widely scrutinized as analysts said they did not match the scenes at polling stations. They didn't openly admit it, but it's clear they rigged the results, Gunson said. An allegedly shared and